GSL.
Welcome back to the GSL Code A. We are in our second group of the day. We just saw Line advance over Crank, and he will play against Vampire, someone who advanced earlier today.
And here's the next round. We have Suoshin against Vampire. As Wolf just mentioned, and the winner... I don't actually know why they repeated that, but anyways.
It's totally fine.
I wanted to lead up to the next game, which is the third round, where the winner has to actually face Marine King.
Yes. The winner will face Marine King based on his placement. No, I don't either. Based on his placement in the round of 16, getting 4th there. Now, Hack against Lucira. This is going to be a sick match.
Look at this Lucira picture. There's a little bit of a beard that he has here at this lip.
Lucira always has this slight upper stash, man.
It's awesome. It's like, hey, I'm 16, but I want to look older.
Yeah, he's always got this kind of small stash.
When I was 16, I looked exactly like this.
I know the feeling, man. I probably looked like that too. I don't know I don't know. I remember I had like this really small mustache, but I don't know if it was quite like this. Is Lucira actually 16?
I have no idea.
I feel like he's older than me, actually.
I think he's a lot older than 16. It's just like this cliche, you know?
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. I actually got to know how old he is now. It's driving me crazy. I'm gonna find out. Well, he shaved the stash today. You don't see it, man. He's got no upper lip there. And actually, 1992. He is 20 and Western age.
It's just the picture, I think. But this is going to be a good one. Hack against Lucira.
Very green headset he has in there. The Hack is a very underrated player. He's been around for a really long time.
He's especially good against Protoss. That's something we've seen over and over again. He was actually the one that kicked Huck out of the GSL.
Yes. Has not been able to reappear since.
I don't even know where he is right now. Is he in Korea? Do you know?
I believe so. If not, he might be in Home Story Cup or going.
I haven't seen him in quite a while.
But Lucira's style in this matchup recently has been to go like Hyun, extremely heavy Zerling Baneling. We're talking 120 to 150 Zerlings on the map at a time. With just a few mutas out, really skipping that hive tech as long as he can, if possible. We'll see if he does that against Hack. Game 1 is going to be on Entomb Valley. The map is loaded. I am Wolf. Together with Kaldor, we are going to bring you this Code A match.
The game is on, and Entomb Valley is the map. Our Zerg versus Terran, and to the bottom left of the map, in the red, starts our StarTale player. This is...
StarTale.
Named himself after a nuclear missile.
Yeah.
This guy goes out with a boom.
He really does. He used to play for the team ZenX. His opponent at the top right from the team LGIM. A finalist, lost to his teammate in ST. He is...
I am Lucira.
This guy had such an amazing run in the GSTL. And always his posture. Look at his posture.
Yeah.
And once again, the switch. He always has it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he really looks like Flash in the booth, actually. That's something I've said about him for a long time. And at first I thought it was just like... because he was a little bit newer at the time, but now it's still consistent. I like that. It looks like he's winking at us from both eyes.
Yeah. It's really funny. I like it a lot. And, well, he had this amazing run in the GSL, and then they lost in the end after all. It was really... He was so close to an all-kill, and then it was simple time.
And it's going to be frustrating when you have that, and... you got to look at your team and say, guys, I did all I could, but you guys couldn't just beat this one guy. One guy. Well, Lucira is he's did really well in Code A. Taking some big names down. Played back in the days when there were Code A champions. It's no longer the case anymore.
Hack, on the other hand, Well, Hack is playing for a team that has a lot of very strong Terran players, and actually he's sitting between a Bomber and between Sound in the StarTale house where he's practicing, so he has a lot of Terran players that he can talk to, that he can practice with, that will help him to prepare for these matches, and he's an awesome guy.
Yeah.
I talked about this already once. I will never forget when I actually went to a supermarket with Hack and Sound, and we talked a little bit about Koreans and foreigners in general, and I asked them, okay, why do you think that Koreans are actually so good in StarCraft 2? And Sound just turns around, looks at me, starts smiling, Kimchi! That was the best thing ever.
That's really interesting. That's
Hey, he might have a point here, okay? If you think about it, he actually might have a point.
Well, I mean, certainly, I don't know if there's correlation, but the players who eat more kimchi have been more successful.
It could also be the soju, but I doubt it, because soju is basically only watered-down vodka. If it was actually the soju, all the Ukrainians and Russians would be twice as good as the Koreans.
I really enjoy soju, man.
How? It's half the alcohol and half the taste of vodka.
I don't know. There's something special about soju. I can't explain it. I've actually tried to figure out what it is, but
I can tell you exactly what it is. It's cheap.
well, there's that. But I don't know. Like,
Okay, it's very cheap.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but that's not the reason. I don't know how to explain it. There's something like traditional about it in Korea that just gives me a good feeling when I drink it, when I buy it for someone, and you know, whatever. I just enjoy it.
As long as you don't mix it with beer, I'm fine. No soda.
I am not a fan of that myself, actually.
Okay.
I mean, I can do it, but it's not my thing.
That's your German ancestry speaking.
Yes.
I appreciate that. But look what we have for Lucira. He's going for a Baneling Nest very early here, and this does definitely not indicate that he's expecting some kind of marine pressure. No, this guy is going for a full-out attack. He wants to bust his opponent.
Yep, sneaking around.
Exactly, he sneaks around the corner. And given that Hack currently does not have a lot, this might very well work. Look at how many Zerglings he already has on the map. Currently, we have 23. He's getting the Banelings.
He has made a bunch of barracks, and he's got a lot of production, but you're right. Right now, he doesn't have a lot of units to defend. He doesn't have Hellions, for example, to kind of hide behind.
Everything's set up.
Yeah.
But right now, he needs another minute or two.
Yep, and here we go. The bunker is up, but there's nothing else.
Trying to walk up the ramp though and busts through, takes down both the supply depots, but the Zerglings are attacking the bunker. Can you explain to me why?
I cannot. I don't know. There's no explanation for this, and now the Lings will be cleaned up in the main. And basically what Lucira killed here was a lot of buildings, but not much else.
He killed 2 supply depots and the add-on, but as you said, he didn't kill much else, and Hack is really far ahead suddenly. He has 2 orbitals, he has 2 mules, he has 10 additional workers. He's closing this again, and Lucira is kind of forced to try it again.
Yeah, he's making a few drones back at home, but he is making Banelings to be more aggressive with. He's got a total right now of just 3 morphing.
The problem for him really was attacking this bunker. He tried to get close to it, but all those SCVs, they were repairing it, they were in a good position. And now the Banelings, oh, he's not really moving, but the hit is a little bit too late. And well, Lucira, you certainly are in trouble.
That was so weird to me, actually. The weirdest thing, yeah, the bunker was a big failure. I think it was just a misclick or just some sort of micro error, but why would he make 3 Banelings and a tiny Zergling force and then drone behind it and then try to attack with that? Because if you make a ton of Zerglings behind that and you break through, then you can end the game. But if you make 3 Banelings and you kill all those Marines like we just saw there, but there's no follow-up, you can't kill the bunker and you can't break through the ramp, so what was the point of that? I mean, I guess that was a cost-efficient way to kill those Marines maybe, but I thought that was really strange. He didn't really commit to an attack and didn't really commit to his economy either. That was pretty strange.
It was kind of an in-between thing, and I don't know exactly what he was aiming for, what he really tried to kill, but the matter of the fact is that Hack was able to shut this aggression down and didn't lose too much. If you look at the resources lost, Lucira lost a lot more than Hack actually. The Hack lost like 750 against Lucira's roughly 1,400 resources that he had to spend here. And
Yeah,
now we
nearly
have
double.
Hellions, and we have a lot of them. We have Marines defending, we have tons of SCVs, we have the first few upgrades being researched, and this is bad news for Lucira. This attack did not nearly enough damage as he wanted it to do. He wanted to take down at least a few harvesters so that he can even out the harvester count. He stopped drone production early on to make this happen, to have the lava, but now he's far behind.
He's making a bunch of roaches right now, and I mean, he can't really be thinking of doing another attack with Roach Baneling against the amount of army he's going to face. And Hack is the one who's being aggressive now. He's got 1-1 on the way, he's got a third command center, so he has something to fall back on here. So many Hellions out as well, but the Roach forces of his opponent is really going to help him against this. But here comes the big problem, it's the Bioforce. This is really what Lucira is going to struggle with.
Lucira did not even tech, guys. He not even started his tech, and here come the units for Hack. He's going in, combat shields dim, both is done. He takes down most of these roaches, but in the end, Lucira will defend.
Yeah, he will hold, absolutely. He made a decent amount of units. His worker count tied with his opponent 44 to 44. He made attacking units, but no third base is up and no tech.
Exactly. The numbers, the sheer supply is not the big issue here. Of course, Hack has to be very careful that he doesn't fall victim to a counterattack, but his tech is so far ahead. He even gets a third base at the same time that Lucira does, and there is still no tech. And as soon as those upgrades are starting to kick in, this will be game-ending, a game-ending advantage. Hack will be able to claim victory here, but first of all, he has to defend against this attack. And this might be a big problem to him, but with all the bunkers that he just produced, he should be able to fend this off.
Yeah, he should, but this is going to be a really big attack. As you said, he has 4 bunkers right now. SV is coming out to repair, but they're running into Banelings first. Okay, nicely done.
Well
done.
done.
One more Baneling, and that's going to be enough, I think. The hold, he's just going to repair this bunker. Lucira losing a lot.
Lucira lost everything here, and Hack might be down in overall supply. But just look at how well he defended here. The resources lost are really in his favor. He still has all these mules, but he needs to defend against these units, against this push. He's building a lot of units now, starting with a StarCraft transition in order to get the medivacs into the picture. That will help him as well. And once again, Lucira without tech. He didn't start his lair.
Yep.
And he doesn't plan to.
No, and the third base of his is spotted. He does lose his Hellion there, but he saw the third of Lucira, knows there's not any drones there yet. Lucira making a macro hatch right now and is continuing the aggression. He's going to be attacking with Baneling and Roaches one more time. 1-1 upgrades are done for the bio. No upgrades, like you said, no tech, nothing.
2-2 has been started immediately for Hack, and he is still behind in supply, but his composition is much better. He has no bunkers, though.
And he's going to see this, and he may start bunkers, but it may in fact be too late.
This is scary now. This is really scary for Hack.
Yeah, it is. The one bunker is going to fall, but the Zerlings are blocking the Banelings, and as a result, he's going to lose most of his Banelings without doing DPS with them.
Oh, nice trade so far. Very nice. Pulls the SCVs off. Doesn't want those
Oh, no! So many SCVs lost.
32 to 41. Even though Hack lost 19 workers, he is still, I don't want to say fine here, but he's still in a position where he did not lose enough SCVs to give Lucira the advantage that he needs.
Right, and there are medevacs out now, whereas the evolution chambers are just now popping up. He's about to have 2-2 against 0-0.
And there is the third orbital. With the third orbital, he can definitely make up for the difference in worker.
Yeah, Hack is, I feel like, in a great position. This counterattack, though, is so smart by Lucira. He's so map aware, spots his opponent moving out, and goes for the counterattack while he's out of position. He's going to get a lot of these units for free. A very cost-efficient trade for him here.
Lucira with a lot of aggression throughout the entire game, kills a few more SCVs, but now the medivacs are out in the game. He has the medivacs, he has the concussive shells, +2/+2 is going to finish it very, very soon, and this is completely spiraling out of control for Lucira.
Yeah, he's only up 10 supply now. The supply deficit has changed very rapidly. Knows that he's not really mining from his third base. He's only rallying units out from there. He's got a macro hatch, but without more mining, he can't really support. This is another huge Zerling counterattack being set up for Lucira. This is what he does, man. He loves these counterattacks, and again, Hack is out of position. There's a wall set up this time, but it's not that great.
The bunker dies, and so do the Marines. Hack is not moving back. Can Lucira really make this happen? +2/+2 is done. A huge supply lead for Hack right now. Huge Oh wow, those banelings, a huge advantage in upgrades was what I was about to say.
Yep, and these SCVs
still.
are totally vulnerable. Hack is going for the counterattack, but he was worried about something else. He didn't micro his units at the natural as well as he could have. They're still alive, but this next wave of Zerglings with drone support may be enough. Meanwhile, the SCVs of Hack are being taken out. He's down to 22.
But the expansion died, not the drones, though he can transfer them over to the third base. A very intense match here. The expansion of Hack once again saved the reinforcements, able to take down these Zerglings of Lucira, and now a position between the minerals being taken by this drop, and Hack is doing well here, trying to snipe this third, and it's gonna be so close!
And
It's
with
dying!
2-2, he gets it with one Marauder left. He picks up and gets out. Lucira losing a lot of production here. No real mining though, because he wasn't mining from that base to begin with. His upgrades are finishing up, but he's still at a deficit 2-2 versus 1 with 0 Carapace. He's just now starting the Carapace upgrade now. Hack catching up on supply again. The worker count 24 to 47. That's the one advantage Lucira has, and I guarantee you he's not going to go for a big counterattack with Banelings again. Not with the advantage he has. He's going to use these Zerglings defensively, continue to spread his creep, and try to use the advantage he has, the one advantage, which is his economy, and he knows that he's going to kill almost his own Marauder. Didn't happen.
I can't believe that the tag for Lucira is so late. And it worked really well because he chose those. So far, it worked a lot better than I thought it would because he chose timings when Hack was moving out, and he had a great awareness of where exactly the Terran was positioned with his army. But just, there is no follow-up. You attack until you or your opponent, one of you, is going to die. And this is taking the July-style Zerg to an extreme.
Yeah.
He doesn't even tech at all to tier 2. We've seen Zerg players stick with Ling, Muta, Baneling throughout the entire course of the game, and then at some point falling behind because they could not get ahead in upgrades or could not maintain at least the same upgrades as their opponent. But this is this is so weird. This is insane. This is madness.
Yeah, it is. I mean, this is how Lucira plays his game, but he's doing it well. The problem is he's still behind in tech, and double hatches going up, but how long can he keep up with no mutas? How does he stop drops? I mean, he has a ton of Zerglings, but they're not enough. He has 84 Zerglings out on the map, but one medevac is making him squirm.
What does he do against Met?
That's a good question.
I mean, what does he do as soon as there are Blue Flame Hellions? Is he starting the entire game with only roaches?
That's a good question, but he's got Baneling speed on the way, +1 Carapace will finish, +2 for his Lings already on the way, but 3 for weapons is on the way for Hack, and this one drop is just, it's insane how much damage he's done with it. He's just freaking Lucira out, keeping him in his base while he's preparing to take his own third. He's doing it now. Going to pick up and go here, going to drop back into the main, just keeping Lucira on his toes, and a double medevac now. This is probably going to kill this hatchery because he's got 2 upgrades, and he can just target it down. So many Marines in this medevac with some Marauder support as well. Here he goes, targeting down the hatch. The medevacs are going to heal him quite significantly here, and he will get this hatch.
This game has significantly changed, as now it is suddenly Lucira who has to defend. So far, it was already always him just attacking his opponent over and over and over again. Zerglings, Banelings. This is what he relied on, but with the +2 upgrades, it is just too much. He cannot engage his opponent anymore. And Hack is like, yeah.
Yeah, that was actually a crazy game where Lucira never felt comfortable going home, droning, making a transition. He just consistently attacked and counterattacked. This is exactly what I've seen him do in show matches before. This is what I've seen him do very recently on stream, and in replays I've seen of him. I mean, this is the style he plays. He's the counterattack guy. He's the aggressor. He's never the defender and the upgrader. That's not his style at all anymore.
I like the idea of the first initial attacks, but I don't know. I don't know. As soon as Hack got those upgrades, it was a big problem for Lucira to engage. I like this style, but I don't know if there was a chance for him at some point to transition out of it, to just try to at least transition into a layer composition. I think probably not. If you really commit to this, you are committing a lot of resources and a lot of time to it as well. So it's a bit different. It's very, very aggressive, as you already pointed out. But Hack defended well, and I think if not for those 4 bunkers that Hack at some point built, he might have lost it. He might just have lost the game because those bunkers, they really saved him.
They really did. He reacted so well to what Lucira did. But Lucira's map awareness was amazing. That was just a great game overall. We've seen so many close games like this today so far.
Also in the beginning, the one problem where he attacked the bunker, where he did not use the opening in his opponent's wall, and when he busted through the Banelings and rallied those Zerglings into the mineral line, of course they would have died. They would have not killed Hack, but they might have taken down enough SCVs to give him the advantage that he needed to make the second attack work.
Yeah, that's something that's really important that I actually kind of forgot about now that you mention it. Our second map is going to be Whirlwind, a huge map and a great choice for Lucira. Well, it's not his choice, but it's going to be lucky for him to use here. See if Hack can just 2-0 him or what Lucira is going to do. The map is starting now. This is the GSL Code A with Calder and Wolf.